Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Tracy Una Wagner with Versatile Inspirations and the Lightworkers and Earth Angels Academy and Study Hall. And this is your weekly energy foresight for June 20th through the 26th. Happy summer solstice if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, otherwise known as midsummer or Litha. So for June, we've been working with the Angels Tarot deck, and that is by Radleigh Valentine. And for this week, June 20th through the 26th, the card that came through is the Seven of Water, or the Seven of Cups. And the message from the Seven of Water is, there may be a challenging decision you've been procrastinating on to make a decision. But this week, you're asked to finally make the choice that will see you moving forward instead of staying stuck and possibly comfortable. Go deep into self. Ask your higher spirit self for guidance on which aspect you should choose for your highest and best good at this time. And then listen intently for the answer. Once you get the nudge, choose it. Go with the confidence of one that knows you've chosen correctly, because you have. If you are still unsure, call upon your spirit team to validate your choice and have communion with your team, which includes your higher spirit self as well. This is a great time to stop procrastinating, stop hemming and hawing, and actually go for it. Really sit with yourself and choose which direction that you should go. It's hard. I know, trying to decide, especially if you have more than two choices even. It just seems to get more and more complicated as things pile up. But as things pile up, there's going to be even more that is going to come from this, and you're going to have to dig through even deeper. So it just makes sense to just go ahead and pause for a moment, choose, and go forward with that choice. The reason I say to just go for it is because once you've sat with yourself and sat with feeling into these difficult decisions, you can feel and sense what is best for you. Now, some of us choose not to go with those things. We choose a different road because maybe we really want this other thing, but this other thing is how we're supposed to go. And we just don't go that way. We go the other way. So things become a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult. And in the long run, it probably will lead us right back to where we were making this decision again. That's why it's necessary for us to choose what is for our highest and best good. Communing with ourself and with our higher self, our spirit self, and allowing our soul self to give us the nudge on which way to go will really help in solidifying that choice, allowing us to be able to choose the right, and then seeing how the other may take us in not the wrong direction, but just in a long direction. It just may not be the exact right choice for us. Now, if you still choose to go in the other direction because things are just so tempting, that's okay. Just know it may lead you back to where you are again right now, but in a different manner. And look at all that you've probably will be learning in the process. So no way is wrong, but there is that nudge that you'll receive that will be the way that you should go. It will be the nudge of that decision that is for your highest and best good. And if you choose that, think of how easy and effortless things will flow for you in the upcoming weeks and months. All right, so for midweek and end week, we are going to be working with the Archangels Oracle deck, and that is by Hay House. So for midweek, and midweek is Monday through Thursday, and that is the 20th through the 23rd. The card that came through is Nurture And it says, Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Now, you may not have a young child that you can nurture right now, but we all have an inner child. And sometimes when we're making a tough decision, our inner child has those difficulties that they went under when they were a child, and they still remember that. So we may need to tap into our inner child and let them speak and have their say, but then nurture that inner child and let them know that just because it's a difficult choice doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily get in trouble. You're not necessarily going to get hurt. This is a process that we all go through. We all have to make choices. We all have to um, come to terms with making decisions, and we all have to do it. If we don't do it, then you're living in probably a lot of chaos. But your inner child kind of lacks sometimes the ability to see how making a choice and making a decision is a good thing. When you're a child, a lot of times that inner child feeling is footloose and fancy free, or just a free spirit. And any kind of challenge or any kind of difficulty really stirs up intense feelings in that inner child. They are unaware, unable to understand a lot of times. And so it is up to us to soothe our inner child, to nurture them, and let them know that even though it feels like stress or like a little bit of challenge, everything is okay and everything will be okay. Especially when you listen to your inner truth, when you listen to your soul self, your spirit team, the guidance that is being given to you, it makes things so much easier. And by letting your inner child know that through this process, all will be well, your inner child will begin to understand and not react in such a negative way, or not negative, but feeling hurt. And they'll know that the past things, that challenges and difficulties, actually were beneficial as well, to really strengthen your core, to really strengthen the things that you hold dear now. So just know that by nurturing your inner child this first part of the week, the first midweek part of this week, that it's really going to help you later on stick with that choice that you're making. Stick with it because you'll have your inner child on board in that decision making process. All right. So for end week, we have got the 23rd through the 26th. The card that came through is comfort. Boy, it's all about creating that space for nurture and comfort, making this difficult decision. And even though we are making a difficult decision, we are able to feel nurtured and comfortable. So the card says, Archangel Azrael, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. There's that whole idea, your inner child, your heart chakra, your center space, where that really seems to reside. Just think about it. When you used to get, or even now, when you get upset or mad, or just feeling uncomfortable, where do you feel it? Right there. You feel it in that center space. So allowing yourself to nurture your inner child and find comfort in this last part of the week with being able to choose, and choosing wisely will help in that nurturing and comforting aspect. When you feel comfortable with the decision that you've made, you are letting go all of the stress from before when you were debating on what to choose, when you were really finding it difficult or stressful, the act of choosing. So just know tapping in and allowing yourself to nurture that inner child and then choosing wisely, choosing by asking your spirit self, asking your soul self, allowing them to come together and giving you the plan forward, the ability to choose, you'll be able to find comfort in your decision and be able to be at peace with it. Finally, I know that it may not just be one thing that you've been contemplating. It may be several things, but this is the week to do it. You have the nurture, you have the comfort throughout this week to really feel into it and finally make that decision or those decisions. So just know that, and know by being able to tap into your higher self, your soul self, your self, your spirit team, your angels, your guides, those of the light, that is really going to help you in finding the peace and the resolution that you are so desiring at this time. Allow it to happen, and you're going to feel that nurturing and comfort by the end of this week. All right. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I so appreciate it. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I truly appreciate that as well. And as always, I'm sending you lots of love, angel light, and tons of gratitude. Take care.